As seen on CBS, 15th ranked Indiana hosting Michigan. Hoosiers currently a 4 seed in Jerry Palm's latest bracketology, coming off a 22-point loss to Iowa on Tuesday. Wolverines currently one of Palm's last 4 in, looking to avenge their 1-point loss to Indiana earlier this season in Ann Arbor. Early second half, Michigan up 6 and on the run. Hunter Dickinson all alone down low, flushing it with 2. Wolverines up 8, trying to pull away. Indiana making it more of a game. Down 4, Trace Jackson-Davis spinning, dishing to Race Thompson, and the foul. Indiana down 1 after the made free throw. Jackson-Davis doing a little bit of everything. Just under 3 minutes left. Hoosiers still down 1. Jackson-Davis gets the reverse layup to fall Indiana's back up 1. Jackson-Davis finished with 27 points, 9 rebounds, and 6 assists. 38 seconds left. Game tied at 69. Thompson strips Dickinson. Watch him come in right there. Takes it up the other way. Going in for the lay-in, it goes in and then out. And Michigan would get the rebound and call a timeout. Indiana that close to the late lead. Dickinson had the late buzzer beater last Sunday. Can he do it again? 10 seconds left. Jet Howard finding Dickinson from beyond the arc for the lead off the back iron. Last heave, or was it a last heave? Wait 1 second. Indiana is able to get a timeout called before time expires, so they got 0.7. Jackson-Davis gets it at half court. This is good if it goes. Whew. That is some agony for Indiana. My goodness. We're going to overtime. Midway through OT, Hoosiers up 4. Doug McDaniel weaving through the D, but he then gets stuffed by Jackson-Davis. Here come the Hoosiers going the other way. Jackson-Davis whipping it to Miller. Kopp deep 2. Indiana up 6. Back comes Michigan. Kobe Buffkin dishing to Dickinson for 3. And it's a 3-point game again. Dickinson finished with 24 and 14 rebounds. 23 seconds left in OT. Michigan still down 3. Dickinson gets it down low, but he's stripped again by Thompson. Gets fouled with 12.5 left. Thompson gonna look to put this game away at the line. Reminder, Indiana favored by 3.5 coming in. Thompson, a 75% shooter this season, misses the first. Second attempt. Wolverines have life. Here comes the maize and blue. McDaniel up the floor. Hoosiers elect to foul with 6 seconds left. And after he made the first, McDaniel's going to try to intentionally miss the second, go for the rebound. The ball rolls off into the hands of Thompson, who gets fouled again. So he's got another chance to seal the game and the cover, by the way. First attempt, front of the rim again. Can still make it a 3-point game, but he misses again. So here come the Wolverines up the court. Buffkin. Oh, no. Oh, no. Right into the back of Dickinson. They were not on the same page. Time expires, and Indiana pulls it out. 75-73 in overtime. And Michigan now 0-5 against ranked opponents this season. But maybe the bigger story is the play of Trace Jackson-Davis, who spoke with Ian Eagle and Jim Spinarkle afterwards.
27 points, 9 rebounds, Trace Jackson-Davis on senior day. Congratulations. We know this is a battle every single night in the Big Ten. To get this done at home, your final game at Assembly Hall, just put it into perspective for us, what it means for you, what it means for this team.
Absolutely. It means a great deal for our team. We've struggled on senior night in the past, so finally getting over that hump. We were kind of watching games earlier today, and we were trying to compete for that double bye, and we got it for the Big Ten tournament, and so that's huge for us and huge for our program.
Hey, Trace, do you have nightmares when you see Michigan and Hunter Dickinson come in? Because you guys battle, and you seem to know one another so well, but it's from a spectator standpoint, it's a fun matchup to watch.
Yeah, absolutely. Hunter's a great player, and Michigan's a great squad. They lost a little early, but they competed in the Big Ten. They have one of the best records, and they always play well in Assembly Hall. Michigan does, so it's crazy.
Trace, obviously you came back to school for moments like this. What can this team achieve in your eyes?
We're just going to take it one game at a time. We got the Big Ten tournament next. We're trying to compete for a Big Ten title and national title. That's what Coach Woodson preaches.
Trace, congratulations. All the best. And what a career it's been. You got more work to do.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
What a game we saw on CBS Sunday. Sunday, what a day of comebacks in the Big Ten. A 12-point comeback for the Hoosiers, just the second best in the day. Penn State coming back from 16 down against Maryland, winning at the buzzer in State College. And by the way, Nebraska was down 7, came back to beat their hated rival, the Iowa Hawkeyes, 81-77. And welcome into CBS Sports HQ. Russ Thaler with Jerry Palm. He is our CBS Sports bracketologist, and we're here. It's T-minus 1 week and counting now until Selection Sunday. Michigan was a team that was one of your first 4 in or first 4 out? Last four in.
Last team in, actually.
So how much of an opportunity lost is this for the Wolverines?
Oh, it's huge because now instead of 18-13, they're 17-14. And there's a big difference there because not a lot of teams get in the tournament just 3 games above 500. Michigan did last year, though, but it's a difficult thing to do. Their freshman guards at the end of both the second half and overtime really hurt them. Now they're going to have to do a lot more work in the conference tournament in order to make up for this game. So they might have to win, instead of, had they won this game, maybe just win once in the conference tournament, depending on who they play, because we don't know what the bracket is yet. But now they might have to win 2 or 3 games in the conference tournament just to get enough wins to get considered. Indiana
was a team that you had in before this. How much of a boost does a win like this give them?
Well, I mean, it's a win against a maybe tournament team on your home court. So it doesn't really do that much. The loss would have meant more in a negative sense than the win does in a positive sense. But, they're going to get, I think, the number 2 seed in the conference tournament. So that's obviously pretty good. But they're playing for seed. There were 4 in the bracket today. Their upside, should they win the entire tournament and play the best teams they possibly can, is maybe a 2, more likely a 3. So, in the grand scheme of things, this doesn't mean a ton to Indiana, but, positive is positive, right?
All right, that's Jerry Palm. He's our CBS Sports bracketologist. Jerry, thank you so very much. Here's Michigan's NCAA tournament resume, which took a hit in an overtime loss to Indiana moments ago in a game that you saw on CBS. And now it's time for more in that game. We head right out to Assembly Hall and bring in one of the gentlemen who called it on CBS. Jim Spinarkle joins us now. Boy, that had the feel, like if it was a pro game, I'd say that felt like a playoff game out there at Assembly Hall today. What was it like being right there for it?
Well, Ian and myself have the best seat in the house when it comes to watching these games, and it was just fabulous in terms of the intensity, the fans, starting with the fans. This is a terrific place to watch a basketball game, but the players on the floor left everything out there, and I'm just looking at it from a standpoint, I look at Michigan and they're quote-unquote just call it on the bubble. They are a pretty good team in terms of being on the bubble, and I think most of the teams in the NCAA tournament who think they're in right now would say, if Michigan gets in, I may not want to play them because they're a pretty good ball club. On the other side, though, Indiana just fought, and I think overall with 4 guys in double figures, they had contributors from a lot of different spots on the floor.
Michigan's going to need some wins in the Big Ten tournament. That seems to be the common thought process. Who's going to need to step up for the Wolverines?
I think the young guards, it's a growing process that they have in terms of, McDaniel from the backcourt. They need him to play, and I thought he played pretty well today. Buffkin, made a mistake at the end of the game there, tossing it to Dickinson. It's not his fault. He's a terrific player. He'll learn from that. And, they just have to get playing with Howard, and all 4 of those guys have to lead. But, overall, it's difficult. This is a great conference. It was stacked. I think it was 9 teams. Had 10 wins or more overall. So all season long and right till the end of this day in this game here. I know there are a couple more Big Ten games to go. Just a fabulous season in terms of the competitive basketball that we've seen in the Big Ten this season.
And a fabulous atmosphere continues, a winning atmosphere for Indiana right now. They are excited in Bloomington. How much of a dent do you think these Hoosiers can make come tournament time?
Well, with Trace Jackson Davis, they have a post-up player that can go, and Hood Chavino is a very, very good player in terms of inside and out. I think the key thing for them will be that if their guards and the wingmen hit those shots. They had trouble shooting the ball from the three-point line this afternoon, and that helped Michigan in terms of being able to double team. But you got to make a decision on their big guy down low to double team him fast, because if not, we saw him throw one baseball pass across court to the opposite wing with a lot of velocity on it. It was a perfect pass, and it was a big-time three that they came away with.
Indiana, an overtime winner at home against Michigan. Jim Spinarkle. Hey, we enjoyed your call with Iron Eagle, Jim. Thanks so much for your time. Appreciate it.
You bet. Thanks for having me.
And here's a look at the Indiana Hoosiers tournament resume. Jerry Palm's got them projected as a 4 seed right now, heading into that Big Ten tournament. Big win over Michigan to improve to 21-10 on the season. Season sweep of Purdue, probably a #1 on the resume of the Hoosiers.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.